What is up, everybody? Live in the BR app. Welcome to another episode of Cleats and Convos presented by State Farm.
Like
Deebo?
a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Deebo, it's been a minute. How was your Christmas? Did you have a good Christmas?
Yes, Christmas was definitely amazing. For sure.
Are you in the era of gift receiving or gift giving?
I'm Santa Claus.
Okay, so you played Santa Claus. What was the best gift that you gave this year?
I don't know. Let's say I had a lot of toys. He's in love with dinosaurs, so I'd probably say dinosaurs to him for sure.
He did look like he had a really great Christmas.
he
He
had a
looks like he got
blast.
everything he wanted and more. I love that. Did you get any special gifts that you were super excited about? I think it's hard to probably shop for you because I'm sure anything you want, you probably just get it yourself. But were there any gifts that you loved?
Yeah, I got some earrings. Got some chrome heart.
Ooh.
Got a bracelet.
Oh, you love chrome hearts. Okay.
Yeah, that was.
Love it. Okay,
that was tough.
So we can probably expect some of those pieces in the next game day fit, I would imagine.
Nah, for sure. Definitely gonna see some.
Okay,
Definitely gonna see
perfect. Perfect. I love that.
How was your Christmas?
Well, Deebo, I'm going to let you. My Christmas was great. It was spent with family, and I love family time, so everything was good. I'm in the era of gift giving for sure. I didn't really care about what I opened, but I loved seeing everybody's reactions to opening their gifts. So it was a good time. Everyone was happy and jolly and merry, so can't complain.
For sure.
But Deebo, we do have a special guest today, despite me being
Yep.
distant this week. We have a special guest, so take it away. Intro us to the guest for this week.
Yeah, man. We got my little bro, 1'9". You know, I used to be in the 1'9", but little bro 1'9" now, Jacob Cowan. You know, welcome to the show, little bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on?
Jacob, welcome. We're so excited to have you. Thank you for jumping on with us.
Of course.
Talk to us a little bit for people that may not know you. This is your opportunity to kind of tell us a little bit about yourself, your pre-draft process.
Yeah.
You wrote a thank you letter to the 49ers after your pre-draft workout. Why did you feel the need to do that, and what do you think that showed the 49ers about you?
Yeah. During my draft process, like there's a thing called like the 30 visits, so you could take 30 visits to certain teams, like they'll invite you out and stuff like that. The 49ers was the only organization that invited me out. So right then and there, I was just very appreciative to like them allowing me to come out, see the facility, and meet them, and kind of get to know them a little bit more, and they get to know me a little bit more. So I just want to show my appreciation for that time and that that stressful time in my life going through that process. Them showing interest in me and wanted to fly me out and show me around.
I love that. Deebo, did you ever write a thank you note?
Nah, I ain't write a thank you note. I think I had
Deebo!
Jacob, you had one. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Second round, third round pick? Fourth? Yeah, I think I had like 30 visits. I remember the Patriots, Denver, and here was my last one. We was pretty deep out here though. Our class
Did I
was
hear
deep.
Denver?
Yes, you heard Denver.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
sorry.
heard Denver.
Just
yeah.
had to make sure. Sorry, I thought I had to clean my ears out for a second. I didn't know if I heard that right.
Yeah.
Sorry, got a little excited there.
Yeah.
Jacob, you talk about being appreciative of being a part of the 49ers. Do you feel like you've had like your pinch me moment this season where you've been like, oh my gosh, this is actually real. Like this is my job and I get to do this for a living.
I would definitely say the first game, Monday Night Football against the Jets, running out the tunnel, seeing the stadium, seeing the lights, the crowd going crazy, and then the intro to the starters, and I'm out there, giving everyone high fives and everything. I'm like, wow, like I'm looking up during the anthem. I'm seeing the planes fly over. I'm like, wow, like crazy. Like I'm actually doing what I've always wanted to do. So I was just very appreciative for sure.
For sure. I know that was turn. My first home game, I think it was away. We played Tampa. I was just nervous. I didn't know what was going on for real.
Not for real.
But take us back to getting the call from the Niners, the whole draft process. Like, what was your feelings going through the whole thing?
Oh man, when I getting into it, I heard a lot of stories. It's very stressful during those few days, of the draft, which it is. I'm 100% that is true. Very stressful. The guys going in it, but for me, just going day by day, just kind of waiting around, and I finally got the call. it was funny too. We were all sitting in the kitchen, and I had my phone right there, and then I seen the area code pop up, and I knew exactly right then and there what team it was. And I don't know, like not a lot of people know either. Like I grew up a 49ers fan. Like I decorated my room a 49ers fan, like theme, like crazy, decked it out, pillows, everything. So it was like such a like surreal moment when I seen the area code pop up, and then hearing Kyle and John's voice. I'm like, wow, like it's such like a full circle moment with my fam and dream team. So it's gonna make something happen now.
I love that.
Yeah.
Ricky, I want to talk about, obviously, this is a dream come true for you. You're young in this league. You've got a lot of exciting things happening for you. But Ricky Pearsall is the other rookie wide receiver that came in with you. You called him the swaggiest white boy ever. Okay, that's a big title. That is an honor. That is an honorable title. Okay. And you know what? Deebo's actually kind of shared the same sentiment with me when we've been in town in person together. After spending a season with Ricky, what can you say about the type of guy that he is? Obviously, we know how his season started, so automatically I think he has many, many fans that are in support of him. But what can you say about the type of guy that he is?
Type of guy Ricky is. I mean, he's just always trying to have fun and smile around guys that, think like him, want to do the same things as him, and he's always just trying to bring up the energy in the room and light up the room when his presence is there. But also too, I mean, like he's a hard worker. He knows how to compete. He knows how to, turn on that switch. When it's time to go, it's time to go. And I think that's what, like for me, like even all the things that has transpired for Ricky, it just shows who he is at the end of the day. Like the dude is a G. Like at the end of the day, he really is. And I just tip my hat off to him and who he is as a man, on and off the field for sure.
Deebo, you and Ricky are pretty close. I'm sure you can speak to his character as well.
Yeah, for sure. Man, just kind of like what Jake said, man. You know when he there, you know when he not. It's just like, sometimes we come in there, be stressful day. You see Ricky come in the room smiling, he ha ha and laughing. Sometimes people be tired at practice. Here come Ricky dancing, jumping all over the place. It's just like his energy, his presence is always felt for sure.
I love it. And I guess, Deebo, your thoughts on both rookies. Obviously, you've got one sitting next to you, and we've talked a little bit about Ricky. What do you think the ceiling is for both of those guys, especially Jacob sitting next to you? What is the ceiling, and are you excited to see them grow?
I kind of seen it firsthand because we was all training together in Arizona. And I seen how, it is. I think that was the only two rookies. And then it was me and a bunch of other guys, and the way that they was competing with everybody, whether we was doing sprints or working out or on the sled mill, which, what we do sprints on, it's just like their attitude and how hard they work. And, as a rookie being in this offense, they came in, they was just like, bro, how you be doing this, that, and the third? I was like, bro, trust me, like I've been there, done that, like this offense is so complicated, but the way they've, embraced it, accepted coaching, because coaching around there is not the easiest. Our receiver coach, he don't play too many games. If it say be at 5, not 5.5, 4. If the alignment say 5 yards from the tackle, don't be 4.5, 5.5. It's just so detail oriented, and they used to be like, no joke, they was like, bro, like how do you deal with him? Like, bro, I was just like, bro, you gotta, if a coach don't get on you, like he don't really care. And they was just like, they still kind of go through it here and there for sure. But I've seen them, transform to like how you do this, to embracing it, taking coaching day in and day out, and just, see them get better every day at what they're doing.
I love it. And Jacob, I can speak to this personally just from actually co-hosting with Deebo. His ability to make people feel comfortable very quickly is very, very obvious. Did you feel that same thing being a rookie on this team and kind of having Deebo to maybe lean on? Did you feel comfortable with him pretty quickly?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I said, like, when we first ever, like, interacted with each other at Exos, we was training out there. The way he approached me, just, kind of congratulated me and was like, just very welcoming, asking me questions about, my life and stuff like that, kind of giving me pointers what to look out for when I come in for training camp and stuff like that. And also, we had conversations, outside of football too that, it's helping me out in a way that, not a lot of people see. So, like you just said, very comfortable, very, very, I mean, at first, like going into it, it's kind of, intimidating, like for me, it's a first for me for sure, like a whole experience. So like I watched Deebo for years playing. So it was kind of crazy, him coming up to me, talking to me and stuff like that. But very like calm and very comfortable. Like I can be able to interact with this guy and go out there and have some fun.
Being a 49ers fan and watching Deebo prior to being on a team with Deebo, was there anything that shocked you about Deebo when you got to know him on a personal level?
He's more chill, for sure. But what I would see like him, them walk out in the tunnel with the boom box going crazy, always hype like that. I thought that that's just how he is all the time, 24/7, high energy all the time. But no, he got like a chill side to him. That's the only thing that kind of threw me off. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Well, we did see that Brock Purdy gifted some pretty nice gifts to his offensive line, some trucks for Christmas. Deebo, did you get the wide receiver room anything for Christmas this year?
I definitely did. I got all them boys something. Some of them come in tomorrow, some of them come in Saturday. So I ain't gonna give them one gift. I'm just gotta wait to Saturday, everything get in, then I'll give it to them before practice start for sure.
Listen, Deebo is Santa this year, so I would expect some exciting things. He's probably not going to tell you what it is just yet, but just know I will tell you, Jacob, he did flex last episode and say that he is a great gift giver. So you'll have to get back to me later once you get the gift, and you can let me know if he's actually a really good gift giver or not, or if he was just full of cap. Because maybe he is. I don't know. Did Deebo put you through any rookie hazing type behavior? I don't even know if that's really a thing in the NFL, but did you get hazed at all by Mr. Deebo Samuel, Jacob?
Nah, not at all. Not at all.
Good.
At the end of the day, they ask you to bring the helmet in. That's about it.
Bring the helmets. They were slacking on the snacks.
Okay.
Still slacking on the snacks.
The snacks.
We told them to decorate the Christmas tree. They just brought lights. Jake swear he left the ornaments in the house. Well, we got rookie dinner coming up, so
Deebo, did you get hazed when you were a rookie, Deebo?
Nah, I didn't get hazed. I had Emmanuel Sanders and Kendrick Bourne. Only thing they really asked me to do was, bring food, get drinks, take the pads in here and there. But other than that, like Emmanuel was the vet in the room. He really wasn't tripping. So like when I seen that, I was like, all right, I see what this is. So I just, tell the boys get the snacks, grab the helmets here and there, show the pads, get the drinks for the, bring the drinks to the room. We coolin'.
Perfect. That doesn't seem too bad.
Nah,
that's nothing crazy. Okay, I want to ask both of you now to talk a little bit about your mentality heading into a pretty big game, the Lions game. Lions are kind of one of those teams that have just been playing really, really great football. I know Deebo and I spent some time talking last show about the injuries that they've had. But what is your guys' mentality as you guys head into this game? Jacob, we'll start with you first.
I think it's the same way that we attack every week going into it. I ain't gonna lie, they are playing very good ball. I think that at the end of the day, we just gotta play 49er football, and that mentality, and go out there just try and dominate our matchups and let the best man win.
Deebo?
It's kind of like it's a tough mentality because we're in the point of the season. Like, I was talking to Kiddo earlier about how spoiled we is in the sense of ever since I've been here, NFC Championship, Super Bowl twice. I think 3 NFC Championships. The last time we didn't make the playoffs was COVID, which our whole team was banged up. But it's a mentality of like at the end of the day, you gotta love this shit for real. Cause like at the end of the day, like you're not making the playoffs. You only got 2 games left. You still gotta put your best self out there. You gotta put the best stuff out there on tape. So at the end of the day, like you gotta love this game to go out here and continue to be your best. Like you gotta train your mind, even though like sometimes you walk out there, you like, God, bro, we only got 2 games left. Like it's no playoff run, but at the end of the day, you still gotta go beat the man in front of you. So the mentality is, go be your best self. At the end of the day, you still want to get these wins and let it build on the next year.
Yeah, I know it's probably tough to talk about, but you guys did get eliminated from the playoff contention. Was there a shift in your mindset? Did you feel like this was like a moment of growth, or did anything about your mindset involving this season and then maybe the seasons following once you guys realized you weren't going to be a playoff team this year?
It's kind of like reflecting about what I just said about being spoiled in a sense, like being eliminated
Yeah.
from the playoffs, I'm like, what? Like, we the Niners that we did so much. Like, we here this year, and then all of a sudden, like, we don't make the playoffs. But at the end of the day, you know, that's what comes with this game. Injuries come with the game. You're not gonna win all games, so your mentality can't change. I mean, if your mentality changed, then like you don't love the game like you say you do. So you still got to go out there and attack the day. Like this morning, I was going in. I'm like, bro, we're not even making the playoffs. But like, once you step on the field, you're like, all right, we back to work. Like, you know, you got to put your best shit out here on tape. Get ready for this team coming up and keep moving forward.
Yeah. And Jacob, for you, obviously not having much to go off of, there was a lot of personal stuff that the 49ers dealt with this season. Deebo just mentioned injuries that were very, very prevalent. And then knowing you have such a good roster and not making the playoffs, what do you think you learned from this season that you can use moving forward?
I think that's a great question. I ain't gonna lie to you. Just continue to grow, continue to learn from the lessons that we had this season, grow from it, and just try and get better. I mean, that's the only thing that we can do going forward is just learn from what we did this season. And you as an individual, just look at the tape that you put out there and try and get better at it. And this offseason coming up and come back and let's try and make something happen.
Yeah. Is there any personal thing that you want Jacob to be better at next season after this year?
Everything. I think there's room
Love
for
it.
improvement for everything in my game right now.
Yeah.
Just watching everybody, just watching, the vets like Deebo, JJ, even and Brandon Ayuk when he was going, just watching all of them and their craft. And there's a long ways for me to still go. And I think at that point, I mean, I like challenges. So, I'm just full steam ahead at this challenge, and we're gonna make something rock.
I love it. Let's do a little fun question here. We'll stop talking about all the hard stuff for just a second. Fun one here, Jacob.
Yep.
Build your perfect wide receiver. Okay, we're gonna start with whose routes would you back here? You're gonna go routes, hands, and yards after catch, and you've got to build your perfect wide receiver. So we'll start with routes. Who would you be picking?
Route.
And it doesn't have to be a 49er. It could be anybody in the league.
Okay. Hey, you put me on the spot. Let me see.
I sure did.
Route-wise, I'll probably have to go with Calvin Ridley. He runs some crazy routes.
Love it. Now hands. Whose hands would you pick?
I'll probably have to go Justin Jefferson. Hands.
Good one. And then yards after catch.
Deebo for sure.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Deebo's going crazy yards after catch. I ain't gonna lie.
It's true. Okay,
sure.
I love that. Now, Deebo, your turn. You've got routes, hands, and yards after catch. Who are you going with for routes?
All right, yards after catch. I can't pick myself right. All right.
You absolutely can.
All right, routes. I'm going Brandon Ayuk. Hands. I'm going AJ Brown.
Okay.
Yards after catch. I'm going myself.
Love it. Okay, that's fantastic. I love it.
Those are my guys, but I'm just, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with either of them. I think they'd be great. Okay, Jacob, let's move on to another little fun segment here. Last week, Deebo picked his college football playoff games.
Speaking of that.
What? Speaking of what?
I picked Clemson to beat Texas. I think they got blew out.
Yeah, it was not as close as we thought it was going to be.
Well, I mean, for sure, the Arizona State-Texas game, I'm going Texas. For sure. That's right off the bat.
So you would never go for Arizona State?
Never. Ever.
Is that like
Come on.
You from Arizona?
What if they're like real good?
Did they both
real good?
Did they both offer you or just one?
Just one.
Oh, that's why you like, nah, you okay, all right, cool. I get it.
I get it.
I'm following you.
Yeah.
It runs deep. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm picking
you're going
Penn
Texas.
State.
Who
Penn
else?
State over Boise State. I might have to go Ohio State over Oregon in that one.
Ooh.
And I'm going Georgia over Notre Dame.
Who do you think's winning it all?
The whole thing?
Whole thing.
Probably Georgia.
The dog barking.
Probably
is
Georgia.
crazy. Oh my
I'm gonna go with
gosh.
Georgia on that one. The
Woo!
whole thing, yeah.
That SEC ball,
Yeah.
you got them real dogs
It
out there.
is. It's different.
You
It's
see,
different.
that's
My
why
Horned
South
Frogs
Carolina's
meant the
supposed to have been
Bulldogs.
in the playoffs. They beat Clemson, and then Texas wiped Clemson, but
So Georgia winning it all. And Jacob has made it very, very clear he will never, under any circumstances, ever root for Arizona State. Period. It's never happening.
Sorry.
Ever. Okay. So I'm glad we got that out of the way. Arizona State, doesn't matter how good you are, Jacob is not a fan of yours, and that's just the final facts of the matter. Okay. We do this every week, Jacob. State Farm Bundle of the Week, where we highlight some of the most outrageous performances in the NFL, and Deebo kind of picks, his favorite performances in the week. And so we've got receiver edition now for week 16.
this is the first time,
so
right?
that's what we're going to go here. What'd you say?
This is the first for two wideouts, right?
So your first, Deebo, do you want to take it away? Who do you
Yeah,
have
we
first
went-
in your State Farm Bundle of the Week?
First we went Justin Jefferson, 10 catches, 144, 2 TDs against the Seattle Seahawks, which was a dogfight. But
It sure was.
yeah, we don't care who win at this point. Yeah, but they beat the Seahawks.
I love it. Okay, so now I've got some questions for both of you. Is Justin Jefferson wide receiver 1 in the NFL, or does that title right now belong to Jamar Chase?
If we speaking,
Or neither.
If we speaking right now, I'm gonna go with Jamar Chase, but they definitely like 1A, 1B.
I agree with that.
I agree.
One
If we
A,
speaking
one B.
Jacob,
right
what
now,
about
we
you?
going Chase.
I say 1A, 1B.
Fair.
But if I were to pick 1A, I say Justin, in my opinion. Yeah.
Okay, why?
Just how smooth his routes are, the way he gets in and out of breaks. It's crazy. I was watching, when we went down there and watching his routes. Just the way that he was getting in and out of it was crazy to me. And also his hand, also me growing up watching him for some years, the way he goes up and makes crazy contested catches is off the chart. So I'll definitely say that for sure.
Okay. Jacob, now I'm gonna ask you a tough question here.
Yeah.
Rank your top 5 wide receivers that you have enjoyed watching this season.
This season. Starting from 1 or starting from 5?
What's easier?
1, 2, 3,
And then
4,
we'll
5,
do the
6,
opposite.
7, 8.
No, I'm kidding. Joking. We can start. I feel like it's easier to start from 1.
From
maybe?
1? Okay. We'll go 1.
So who's been your all-time favorite to watch this season?
To watch this season, I would say Justin Jefferson was 1.
Okay.
2. Jamar. I'll go Jamar.
Fair.
3.
3.
I'll probably have to go with. Y'all put me on the spot.
I know.
We all
Sorry.
had to do it.
Deebo feels the same way about me every week when I'm at his house. He's like, here she goes again. Here she goes.
3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I got can I do a
3, 4,
3A, 3B or? Cause I got 2 guys.
Yeah,
that
go for
could-
it.
All right, I
Yeah.
got 3A. I would probably have to go with DK. I like watching DK.
Okay, love it.
We ain't heard that one before, Liv.
Nah, you ain't heard that one?
Last person did this was G Will, right?
And then 3B, I gotta go with Tyreek Hill.
Good
Tough.
one.
4,
Good one.
crap, what's his name? I forgot his name. He over there at Jacksonville, the rookie.
Oh, Brian Thomas.
Yeah, him. Brian Thomas. He's been
Well,
running
that boy
some
been
good.
Love it.
snapping.
Yeah. And then last, I'll probably have to
He's
go Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's another dog.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He's another dog.
Good one. Love it. Deebo, do you agree or would you change anything about his list? There a name he's missing? Let me ask you that. I'll ask the question that way.
Why you trying to put
Did
me
he
on
miss
the spot?
any names? I know, cuz.
It's his list, man. We not, he got his favorite. He got his favorite. You such a mess.
Okay, we're gonna just say Deebo totally agrees with that list. I could probably guess he'd probably throw AJ in there. Maybe I'm trying to think of some others, but there's been some Texans receivers that have been looking nice. There's been a lot. I mean, obviously the talent in the NFL is insane.
AJ will be in there. Reek will be in there.
Yep.
Garrett will be in there.
There's a lot. There's a lot of really.
It's some real good. It's some guys.
Well, and one of the names you mentioned, Jacob, Brian Thomas Jr., Deebo. I believe that is the next part of your State Farm bundle of the week.
Yeah, Brian Thomas Jr.
popped off.
9 catches, 132 in the tug against the Raiders. I think he just surpassed 1,000 yards this season. Congrats on that for sure. Young fella.
He's looking great.
Young fella balling for sure.
Yes, absolutely. And one story that came out of this game against the Raiders, Raiders coach Antonio Pierce being asked about his concern for the Raiders winning the game. He was asked what he would say to fans who want them to tank. And here's what he had to say. And then I want your guys' thoughts on it. We don't do this to lose. We don't do this for anybody's fantasy football team. We don't do this for anybody's draft projections. None of that matters to us. Only thing that matters is winning, and that is what we want to do. Deebo, what do you say? We've actually talked about this before, so maybe I'll start with Jacob here. Is it funny to you, the idea of teams tanking their season when you hear that now that you're on this level? And I'm sure you've been on Twitter and Instagram and you've seen some of the comments. Fans are crazy. What is your thought in response to what Antonio Pierce had to say?
Right off the bat, I don't think there's any organization out there that wants to lose. So, all they want to do is win. So, they're going to put forth all that they can in their vision and their philosophy in that building over there, that they're going to put their best foot forward. So, in that instant, there's going to be outside noise and stuff like that. But all I think that matters is, in that organization, what they're trying to get accomplished. And I think if that's what they think is the best for them, and then that's the best for them. So, that's how I view it, in my opinion.
Have you had to deal with the crazy fantasy football fans this season?
Because
they're nuts.
I don't think he got the real whiff of it yet.
Nah, there's been maybe one.
Yeah, I was going to say it might get.
But nothing crazy.
They're crazy.
Yeah, they're different now.
Deebo, I know you've had your fair share this season of fantasy football fans. What's the craziest thing a fantasy football fan has said to you this year? Don't be shy now.
See, it be like certain stuff that don't bother me, but like when you say something about my child, I get in that mind ready to psych out, crash out. But at the end of the day, you can't. They just talking, and if you run into somebody like that, they gonna be like, "Hey, buddy," they ain't on that for real.
They would never say it to your face ever. Ever, yeah. Bringing Deebo Jr. into this is crazy work. Come on. We don't need to see a Deebo crash out, so let's avoid that at all costs, fantasy football fans.
That's one way to get it.
Right. If you want to activate that, go ahead, but I really don't think any of us want to deal with the crash out from Deebo Samuel this year. So let's avoid that at all costs. But yeah, fans are crazy and they have their strong opinions, but it is a pretty insane mindset to think that any team wants to tank their season.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tank.
But Brian Thomas Jr., right.
It's kind of hard to tank because
I feel like it's harder.
Even if you really tried to tank, what are you telling your players? Drop the ball. Yeah. Don't score. Right. Throw the ball somewhere. It's too obvious. And at that point, that's when you get to losing your job. You can't just be all right, we're gonna tank. All right, well, quarterback, you take a 3-step drop and just throw it 60 yards out of bounds. What are we talking about?
Well, you know, football fans, we also play the role of coach in our living room, and we think we know every position and every route. I mean, we're crazy for sure, and I'm speaking as one, but I definitely don't intend on making any players crash out based on my fantasy alone. That's crazy talk. Um, Brian Thomas Jr. though, he was on your State Farm Bundle of the Week, and he is doing great things. What do you notice about his game, Deebo, that is so uh, what maybe makes him special when you watch him play?
His yards at the catch stand out a lot to me, for sure. But you know, it just looked like he's been there before. With how he moved. I don't know too much about him. Only know what I can see. But you know, he's very poised. It don't seem like the moment too big for him. You know, he's real fluent in and out his breaks. Great hands, and you know, he got that determination to want to win all the time.
McMillan out of Arizona, former teammate of yours, and that's one receiver in college that could be taken first, like, you know, first taken in the draft. And I want to hear from you kind of how special is he as a receiver prospect in the NFL?
No, the kid is a freak athlete. I've seen him do some stuff at practice, the way that he would go up and make a contested catch. I ain't seen that from someone that young before. And also just how he carried himself as a man, and him developing as a man. Very mature. He knows what he wants to do in his life, and he's not going to let anyone stop him from that. So I think that it's going to go far for him in his career. I think that he's just going to keep attacking it, keep growing from where he's at right now. And, yeah, you guys are going to see him soon. For sure.
Okay, I know you talked about your pinch me moment, Jacob, but what felt like your welcome to the NFL moment? Like a specific moment for you in a game that felt like, wow, I really made it here.
That Buffalo game, that snow game, that right there, that was like, all right, welcome to NFL. Like this is how it is. And cold, blizzard. I remember playing Madden 11, and I would change the settings to a blizzard game. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, damn, like I was a young kid, like changing the settings down, I'm actually playing in it. Like that was my.
All right, stop asking questions, Ron.
Welcome to the NFL moment for sure.
I love that. And where are you originally from, Jacob?
Arizona.
Born and raised.
Okay, so you're a warm weather guy through and through.
Yeah.
So that game was probably a little shell shocking. Was it tough? Was it tough to play in weather like that?
That was my first time ever playing in the snow like that. So
You know, he ain't seeing no snow in the zone.
Really?
He ain't seeing not a lick of snow
I
out there.
never
in
played football.
Okay,
desert.
well teams travel. Who knows? Okay.
No,
I
it
know they're
wasn't
not
new
getting
for
that
me.
in Arizona, but you travel for football.
It wasn't new for me. Cold, trying to figure out what I could put on to keep myself warm, and nothing really working. But that's just one of those games you just gotta thug it out for real. Honestly, that's it.
You have to.
Yeah.
Well, and then Deebo and I talked a little bit about the Mac Hollins walking barefoot into the game. There's players that
They're
are
used to
shirtless
it.
during warm-ups for pregame. I mean, that just seems.
I ain't
Yeah,
gonna lie,
but
that
I'm even from
shirtless,
Colorado,
like-
and I don't think.
Like you go shirtless in the cold, but you won't go shirtless in the hot. Like what are you doing? Like what are we doing? Like what are you trying to prove? Like
You think they're just trying to flex?
that's just it's just the football in them. You know, let's show the world it's not cold out here when your ass out there freezing.
It's cold. It's
so
cold.
cool. It's so true. Okay, well, you guys have a game ahead. You guys talked a little bit about your mindset for that. Any final thoughts, any things that you want to say to 49ers fans or each other before we get out of here?
Yeah. Niner fans still the best in the world. They travel to Miami. Looking forward to seeing you guys in Levi's on Monday night, especially the home game. I know y'all gonna be loud and rocking. Hopefully get the turnout y'all guys looking for. That's what I got for you.
To add on to
Jacob?
that, to the faithful, appreciate the love, support. Can't wait to see you guys out in the stadium on Monday. Let's get it rocking. Let's have some fun and try and go get that dub.
Oh, and also, don't think I didn't forget, Deebo. Don't think I didn't see it, and I didn't jump around in my living room, and I didn't act a fool when I saw you get in that end zone. I sure did see it. I sure did see it. And you put up a fight, too. You weren't going down for
crazy.
nothing
Nah,
to get in
not
that
at all.
end zone. Come on.
Come
That was
on.
good stuff. Actually, I was bummed because normally we film on a Tuesday, and I was like, yes, I get to talk to him about this. Of course, holiday season happened. But I was like, of course, the one episode where I get to, like, gas him up for a full however long the show is. So don't you think I didn't forget that? I saw it, and I was going crazy in my living room. Crazy. How did that feel for you, given kind of the nature of this season and the way things have gone? I mean, how did that feel for you, Deebo?
Felt amazing. It's been a while, for real.
Yeah.
But the moment, felt like I was a rookie all over again when I got in the end zone. Like, I ain't know what was going on. It just happened so fast. But it was lit up, though, for sure.
Well, you were fighting for it, for sure. I mean, I was like, you know when you're bowling and you bowl and you're leaning with the pin, like the
You trying to get the pin to knock over? I get what you're saying.
I was pushing towards the TV like I was trying to help you out there, and I was like, he's got it. He's got it. I don't need to do a thing. He's got this. So very proud of you, obviously. And Jacob, it was such an honor to have you here, and hopefully we can have you back soon to talk more football and more 49ers talk. But appreciate you both. This has been another wonderful episode, virtually and with a guest. We did things a little different this week, but I think it was great. Another episode of Cleats and Convos with Deebo Samuel, special guest Jacob Cowing, and we'll be back again next week, probably around right before the year 2025. I cannot believe it's already almost 2025, but presented by State Farm. Deebo.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Catch you next week.
Awesome. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next week.